Hi everyone, Clifford here. In this video, I'm gonna go over the only shot I use when I want to be very aggressive at the net to set up myself for putaways. I really need you to pay attention because this one can be a little bit tricky. I'm gonna go over the mechanic, when and how to use it. I hope you're ready. Let's go right into it. Down and up, down and up, down and up, and here's the putaway. I call it the Volley Forehand Wall. Most of the time I use it at the net because when I want to be aggressive, remember the ball is coming fast, so I don't have time to take a big backswing to hit the ball. So I have to be like on my guard, ready to hit the ball. As you can see, this shot is very dangerous and very effective. But for you to be able to perform, to realize this shot, you need two steps, okay? Step one, you're gonna use your wrist and the motion of your wrist, okay? I'm gonna explain it to you. I really want you to understand angle, okay? I have explained it in my previous video. It's depends the angle you have in your paddle, that's gonna dictate where the ball is going, okay? If my face, I refer to this part of my paddle, it's open like this, any ball that hit it is gonna go up, okay? If I bend it too much like this, any ball that's hit the face of my paddle is going down. So this is why we use what we call 45 degrees. So now, since I'm not trying to get under the ball, this is the beauty of the Volley Forehand Wall, I'm trying to hit a topspin in the air. Very important. So now, for me, my point of contact is not gonna be under the ball, it's gonna be not even in the back, it's gonna be a little bit up here, okay? This is where I'm gonna try to make contact with the ball. Since I cannot do backswing, the best way for me to generate topspin is hitting the ball on top, okay? So now, when you understand that, so how do you gonna put your paddle to be able to generate topspin in the air? It's pretty simple. Remember, so this is my grip. I hold my paddle like this, okay? So when I'm ready, you see, I'm not gonna have my paddle, again, face of my paddle, I'm not gonna have the face facing down, because if I have it facing down, the ball is just gonna go to the floor. Same thing, if I have it open like this, ball is just gonna go to the sky. So this is what I call 45 angle, okay? 45 angle means, so my paddle is not gonna be straight like this, it's not gonna be down like that, so it's gonna just be in between, all right? So from there, you see, when I make contact with the ball, you see, I can actually brush the ball. So as soon as I get the angle of my paddle ready, so now we're gonna talk about the motion or the position of my wrist, because most of the time, the power, the spin is gonna come from my wrist, okay? So now, this is my position, okay? See, when I hold my paddle like this, so my wrist is gonna do one job, okay? My wrist gonna go down and up, again, down and up. So if I hold my paddle, so I'm gonna do down and up, again, down and up, okay? By maintaining that 45 angle. So now, very important, I really want you to understand that. If you watch me when I was doing the shot earlier, my body was locked. What do I mean by that? So this is very important. This is what I mentioned in the beginning of the video. It can be a little bit tricky, okay? You have to stabilize your body, because if your body is not stabilized, there's no way you're gonna be able to control the shot and being consistent at it, okay? So this is why my wrist, you see, it's bent, okay? My paddle, it's 45 degrees. When I'm ready to hit the ball, I want you to watch my body right now. The only thing that's gonna move is gonna be my wrist. Remember what I told you, since I cannot have backswing to generate topspin, so I'm gonna make my wrist do it for me. So the only thing that it's moving, if you see my body is very stable, my body is not moving, so my wrist is doing down and up, down and up, down and up, again, down and up, down and up. All right, you see that this is all I need to generate that spin and that power on the ball. So we're gonna go over the second step, okay? The second step, which is very important, and I know a lot of people still struggle with this. It's your footwork, okay? Now, if I want to move, okay, my body is gonna be stable. The only thing I'm gonna use is gonna be my legs, okay? Let's say the ball is moving a little bit, so I'm gonna move my body, you see? While I'm moving my body, I want you to realize, I want you to see what is happening to my hand. My hand stay in that same position. I'm not breaking up my technique. So all I'm doing right now, my legs are moving, chasing the ball and hit it. You see? Remember, I told you you're gonna lock your upper body. Hand is gonna be locked, okay? Your shoulder is not moving too much. You're very stable. Now you're gonna use your legs to move. Imagine if the ball is going a little bit to your left, you're gonna move your legs, you're gonna hit it, okay? Same thing. If the ball is going a little bit to your right, you're gonna shuffle, you hit it, okay? You see? So basically, this is the motion I'm doing, okay? Sometimes I can come forward. If I do this, you see, I already break the technique, okay? It's very important when you're doing the volley forehand wall, okay? You always move side to side, okay? Very important, because if as soon as you go back and try to do it, that's it. The ball tends to go in the net, okay? It's very important. So you have to try to be as close as you can, okay? As close as you can from the line, okay? And paddle always out the front. So now when the ball is coming, all you have to do is head in the ball, see? Okay? Now, if you do this, if you try to roll it, most of the time, if you go back, the ball is gonna go in the net, okay? It's very important. You're gonna focus on moving side to side. So it's very important that you don't hit that ball, you don't do that skills when you are at mid-court or when you're at the baseline, because it's not gonna work. You're not gonna generate enough power to get that ball over the net. So now, I want you to use it when you get to the net, okay? When you get to the net, especially if your opponent is in the baseline, they give you a high ball, this is where you start attacking. This is not a put away shot, okay? You're not trying to blast your opponent. What you're trying to do, you try to make them very uncomfortable. Okay, so your goal when you're hitting that shot is go to their feet. Since you put in topspin on the ball, that ball is just gonna do that curve, and when it does that curve, the ball is just gonna go to their feet. That's your main goal. Okay, so it's like a setup for you to put the ball away. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, okay, since I'm putting a lot of spin on the ball, when the ball touches the ground, it's gonna kick, which gonna make it a little bit harder for them to control it. Most of the time, I'm waiting for the next ball to put away. You can go angle, you can go right, you can go left, you can go in the middle, okay? All your ball is gonna be very deep, and you always gonna put your opponent in a pickle. This is why it's so important that you're not trying to put the ball away, you're just trying to set up yourself, okay? When you understand that, every time you get to the net to play, your opponent's gonna be in trouble. They have to be very careful to control that ball, because if their drop or reset is not good enough, you're gonna put it away. I understand this is a very advanced skill. The power and the amount of spin you're gonna put in on that ball depend on how strong your wrist is, okay? I was lucky enough to play table tennis all my life. I got a very strong wrist, okay? So when I hit the ball, even with my wrist with no backswing, I can generate a lot of power and a lot of spin. If you want to be very competitive, to make your opponent think twice when you're at the net, you really need to master that volley forehand wall. All right, guys, this is all I have for you for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Do you ever wonder why pickleball paddles are so expensive? Introducing the R.E.D by Robust Pickleball. The R.E.D paddle brings you cutting-edge Gen 3 technology, foam-injected SPS core, and a T700 carbon fiber face, all at an unbeatable price. This high-performance paddle offers top-tier power, precision spin, and incredible touch for just $145. Go to robustpickleball.com, use code PIRATES to get 10% off your purchase. Play robust.